are welcome to pull up a chair. For the first time, they've actually given us a nice comfy armchair. Welcome to Nirvana UK.
Hi.
You lot seem to be doing really, really well on the tribute scene. How did all this come about?
Well, like a few years ago, I bought the Kurt Cobain's signature Jaguar. I started playing guitar again. I hadn't played it for years, and then I put it down, and it was like gathering dust. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try and put a band together. So I went online and found a drummer that could play Nirvana songs. So we met up, and Dan came to play bass, and we practiced, and then it went from there. And then 6 years later, here we are.
Is this like a full-time gig for you, or you have to work?
Oh no, unfortunately it's just the weekends. It's, yeah, if I could do it full time, I would.
But you all on stage, you all seem really, really connected. Do you live close enough to hang out as friends, or do you?
We see each other that much, really, like every weekend, you know, and if we get together to practice and stuff like that. So, you know, normal real life takes over during the week.
But Nirvana were very much a live band. So when you go to choose your track list and do you do the live versions of the songs, or do you go with album versions? Or?
So we mostly do the live stuff. There is a little bit of the album things that we put in, don't we?
Yeah, a few.
Like some of the maybe some of the harmonies that they didn't do live we'll put in because we can. Most of it, I'd say 90% of the time, we stick to what they played live. Even like some of the drum fills were only the live drum fills, not the album ones. So like a real true fan would be like, oh, I recognise that from that particular show. If they're that obsessed, they'll realise.
Is there any of the songs that you actually play? I'd like to go back and record these.
There's a few songs, like favourite songs that we've got, I suppose. Yeah, we've done it before in the past, where we've put guitar tracks down and tried to make it sound like the album. So there's a few songs, like, you know, we did Hot Shape Box and On a Plane. So yeah, we've tried it, but I just prefer playing it live. How, you know, that's how I think Nirvana should be heard, really.
But with Nirvana having such a distinguished yet short career, when you go to choose your set list, you obviously have to put in the favourites and the classics.
Yeah.
But how do you go about choosing what you'd really like to play?
Generally, because we try and do everything sort of to mimic the band, and like this show, for example, is the start of a few in utero shows that we've got, because it's the 25th anniversary of the album this month.
Okay.
So we're playing a Neutro style tour, Neutro tour style set list. So that sort of dictates the songs. Obviously you have to include Teen Spirit and the other known stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Tonight it's just going to be most of the stuff off of Neutro, really. So, and then obviously we're dressed similar to one of their shows that they do, the Roseland Ballroom in New York. So starting off the set with the same songs that they played, and then we move on through Nevermind and all that stuff.
And other times, it's kind of, we've done so many gigs that we know what works and what doesn't. Sort of, sometimes we'll just play some songs because we want to play them, but we know that they might not necessarily go down very well, and only a real hardcore group of fans will appreciate us playing it. But so it kind of goes like that. We've tried and tested so many of the songs that we know what works and what doesn't.
So your set lists aren't actually set in stone when you go out, you're just quite happy to...
We have a set list written on paper, and then we might, at the end of it, realise we need to play a few more, and then we'll just talk amongst ourselves very quickly and play some other songs.
Going back to what I was saying to you about the connection between the three of you, when does warm up for your gig begin? Is it when you get in the van? Is it when you arrive here? Is it, or does it never stop?
Sound check. I'd say sound check, because everything else before is the rubbish part. you know, loading all the gear and setting it all up. But then once we get to plug in and actually play, that's when it that's the start of the gig then for me. You know about you? What do you think?
Yeah, yes, I pretty much can agree with that.
Your audience is, obviously, we're looking back to when Nirvana began. Are you still seeing that age group, or have your audience is now grown up, or are you getting a mixture?
It's a bit of both. We've had a few people come up to us saying that I've seen Nirvana when they were around, and you guys were as close to them as the real thing. And then you get some people that are 16, 17 that are just discovering them now, that obviously can't ever see them, that then thank us for, you know, being as close as we can.
And it's usually quite a mix.
You tend to find it's obviously venue dependent as well. There's so many kids now getting into Nirvana, you know, can't come and see us unfortunately because of licensing rules and stuff like that. So festivals and stuff, there's a lot of kids there, more than you think. But then you get like Dan said, you get the older generation of people who grew up with Nirvana like I did, who come to relive it.
Is Nirvana a big thing within really? Do you play this stuff at home, or do you think where it is?
I mean, I listen to it still. I have to listen to it because I'm in my car and driving around. It's like practice for me, you know, singing along to it. I don't listen to it as much as I used to. But now, I mean, it's still my favourite band. So,
Yeah, I listen to them a lot at home as well. To be fair. I don't think Dan does.
Huh?
I don't think Dan does.
A little bit. Soundgarden and Alice in Chains, still within the grunge thing, but Nirvana's still in the playlist. We all listen to them.
So what were your influences growing up other than Nirvana?
just that whole sort of Seattle grunge thing, because that was sort of ripe when I was a kid, you know. It just in the 90s, it was all that kind of music. And then when that sort of faded away, I've never really gone on to anything else, really. I've always just dug out the old albums and stayed with them, really.
I mean, I used to be obsessed with Green Day, but that's not really much of a thing anymore. Well, I don't really listen to them that much now.
But you're all talented musicians. With your influences, have you ever thought of going to record some original music and thought, I'd like to do that instead? Or as tribute where it is and it's easier niche to fall into?
Well, I do my own original band as well, labelled Dead, and but it's more sort of, it's a lot less of a, it doesn't really pay anything. it's just for the fun of it, really.
Okay. But if we wanted to find out where we could find you playing that, where do we go? Chance for a plug.
Well, we've got a website. It's labelleddead.co.uk, and we've got an Instagram and Facebook, and we're on Spotify and Apple Music and all that jazz.
We recently caught up with you for Wrexham.
Yeah.
What was that like? Did you enjoy it?
It was good, yeah. It was surprising, really, because we followed Oasis tribute band. Obviously, they have a lot of sing-along songs, you know, the crowd can get involved in. Whereas then Nirvana's kind of there's not that many songs you can sing along to.
Well, I scared most of them off before you did.
But no, it went really well. I think we had a really good reception, and it was a decent turnout in the end. So yeah, it was good.
So, are you back for next year? Is it too early to talk 2019 festivals?
We've got stuff booked already, obviously. Rock the Park, I don't know yet, actually.
It might be too early.
It might be too early to say, but yeah, obviously if we get asked, we'll go back.
So one final question then. In the meantime, what can we expect to see from you over the next 6 to 12 months?
Well, we've got
More gigs.
yeah, more shows.
Lots more gigs.
We've got gigs all the way to the end of the year now, and then we've already taken bookings for next year. We go to Jersey actually at the end of the year.
Jersey in December.
Go to Jersey in December to play a club over there, and then early next year we go back to Switzerland for 2 shows out there, and then we've got just a run of the gigs that we normally do in the normal venues in the UK.
Brilliant.
So we're pretty stacked out, really.
It's all going well.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to hear.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I know you're playing your gig soon. Thanks very much. This has been Paul from Market Square Heroes with Nirvana UK. Take a good one. Thank you, gentlemen.